So a little bit of history here in Yosemite. There are a couple of Indian tribes that were native to this area. One was the Miwok and the other was the Paiute. Paiute was more along the eastern side, but this is a replicated village of the Miwok village. This is actually a ceremonial roundhouse where it'd be much like what a church would be today. They had religious gatherings, they had large gatherings for the neighborhood or the tribe, the village. Most of them were built underground before when they first started. When there was contact with natives and we started to come in, they changed it and they started building it above ground a little bit. So this is a little bit of both. It's a little bit below ground, a little bit above ground. The original one that was here was torn down in 1929, but this one was built back in 1975. You can see the other side here. It's pretty big. The village here, this was the chief's house. It's the chief's house after, not the original, again, when the white people moved in and made contact with the tribes, that's when their buildings started changing and they started doing homes like this. The chief's housing was always a lot bigger because he hosted dinners and events that he needed to do at his house. Wasn't until later on when the other tribes people, again, more contact with white people, they started building those bigger houses. This is a Miwok teepee, which is interesting because it's all wood. It's a replica, of course, it's all wood. One of the questions I have, though, is this a pretty wide opening? I suppose that they would have to cover that with some sort of animal hide for the winter. But if you go inside, it's not that big. You can see that, I don't know if you can see this, it's all tied together with twine on the top and on the bottom. It's kind of dug out in the center, I imagine, for like a fire area. There's you can see other replicated Miwok teepees around. Kind of an interesting area. If you get to Yosemite Village, Yosemite Village, come and check this out. This one looks like it's about ready to fall down. Looks like the Leaning Tower of Miwok. So this is a sweat house, and basically what the sweat houses were used for, of course it's a replica, but what the sweat houses were used for is they were heated with cedar wood, and they would actually go in, the warriors would actually go in before they went out on a hunt, and they would stay in there and sweat for 1 to 3 hours approximately, and then they would come out, bathe themselves in a clean pool, and then rub themselves down with wormwood or some other aromatic plant to take off the human scent, and that actually provided a way for them to be able to get closer to the prey that they were actually hunting, so they could provide for the village. It's kind of interesting. I could use that right now, a little sweat box to go in and sweat some of these pounds off. Hopefully hiking will do it.